So, hello everybody. I'm Alex Goldsmith. I'm the CEO of Medigold Health Group, which is also the proud owner of the Hampton Knight alcohol and drug testing brand. Alcohol and drugs is absolutely linked to, and collection is absolutely linked to occupational health. Historically, our customers would always turn to us and ask us if we could help with that side of things, even though it wasn't core occupational health. So organically, that grew with us just through word of mouth and people saying, "Look, can you help us with this, even though it's not your specialty?" So we grew an in-house team that was doing it. We also had external relationships with some external providers who we had mixed success with. We had one very high-profile issue with another provider, not Hampton Knight, which caused us an issue with one of our biggest customers that wasn't our fault. So I found myself apologising for errors made by an external company that wasn't Medigold. So it became very clear with the increased requests for alcohol and drug provision from our customers, and with the increased burden on our in-house team to do it, it made absolute sense to search the market and find a reputable provider who was in the alcohol and drug field an expert, but also that reflected the values of our business. So it'd be a sort of seamless acquisition. And by miles, the standout candidate, both in terms of reputation and cultural fit, was Hampton Knight. So I reached out to Joe and Chris of Hampton Knight, sort of literally to say, "I've admired your business from afar for a number of years. We have used you on occasions. We've always found you to be top of your game in the field. Would you be open to a conversation about Medigold strategically acquiring your business? Because actually, we think that putting them together would be a great fit." And that's what happened. Yeah, it had a great reputation. First of all, if you ask anyone, in the industry who used Hampton Knight, we had a couple of customers. For instance, a good example would be UK Mail, who was a Medigold customer for occupational health, but actually used Hampton Knight for alcohol and drug collection. And at the time, that was the name of that company. And they had nothing but good things to say. And actually, the lady there, who I've known for many years, who I trust and respect her opinion, did say to me that our cultures were very similar. Hampton Knight was a family business. We're a family business. They had, a father-daughter and father-son relationship in Hampton Knight within the business, very similar to Medigold. They valued quality in the way we valued quality, and we'd heard that in the market anyway, but it was good to get it corroborated by a customer. So that was really the main reason. It seemed to me to be a really good synergy, really good fit, I hoped, and so it proved. Look, acquisitions, even if they seem like a good idea and seem they're going to be perfect, are never easy. Even if the synergies are there, even if the culture seems right, even in that situation, acquisitions are tough, because you're asking people that have had, an identity and a feeling of one company to suddenly be part of another company and be shoved together, not of their own making, with a whole lot of people they've never met. That is a stressful time. And we've done it now a few times. We've bought a number of companies. We've learned from previous mistakes. When we first did our first acquisition, I think there was a naivety amongst our team about how to do that and about what to say and how to make people feel welcome and how not to do it. And I think we've made those errors in years gone by, and we try very hard now to learn from all acquisitions we do. So has it been perfect? No acquisition is ever perfect. Am I pleased with the outcome? Absolutely. I think it's been great for all parties. I think we treated the team that owned Hampton Knight with huge respect and delivered on the promises we gave them. I think in return, they've given us all the effort we've asked for and have helped us transition the business in. In terms of the people, both sides of Medigold and Hampton Knight, I feel now that we're all one team, and that takes some time sometimes to do. It can be a number of years, sometimes even after acquisition, before people feel genuinely integrated. I certainly think we've tried to treat people with respect and with honesty and openness, and we've done lots of sessions. When we did the acquisition, I came up and spoke to everybody and explained what would happen and what wouldn't happen. But there are always challenges, and I think as long as everyone stays patient and understanding and tries to see all views rather than just their own, things are successful. And I feel, if I'm giving a score out of 10 for, 10 being the best acquisition ever and 0 being a complete disaster, I'd give Hampton Knight a solid 9.5. Well, it made total sense, obviously, for us to turn to Hampton Knight, part of the business, when we need to do COVID testing, and when we realised very quickly that that was going to be not only a requirement that our customers would ask of us, but actually it was going to be a way for us to find some activity and some income at a time when a lot of our other core services, including the alcohol and drug collection side of things, had fallen away. So it was obvious choice to turn to Joe and the team to devise for us how we would go about doing that. That being said, the speed and dynamism that Jo and her team showed, and everybody in Hampton Knight showed, in learning a new product, designing it, getting it to market, delivering it, blew me away. It was a real testament to the quality of the people we'd acquired, and also I have to say some people on the Medigold side of things as well who supported it, to get that going. And I think we were probably the most agile and swift movers in our industry on that. And we were doing COVID testing at a time when no one else was doing it in occupational health. And I think a lot of people were quite slow to the uptake, and we were rapid and did it with the normal quality that we deliver things. So yeah, it was in the end, it was an absolute, as you say, we're doing well now, but there was a period back end of 2020 and the start of 21 where the COVID testing income really did support the larger business in terms of the volumes we were doing. And now we've got a good scenario where we're still doing a solid amount of very important testing for all sorts of businesses. And obviously the core business has largely returned. So we've managed to sort of invent a new string to our bow, which is really pleasing. So all I'll say is there are absolutely plans to invest in Hampton Knight and in the testing business of Medigold Health Group. Obviously, Scott Smith, the CEO of Hampton Knight, and I are constantly talking about growing that side of the business and doing some interesting and dynamic things to sort of quite dramatically grow it in the next 1 to 3 years. That's the plan. I think it's a very relevant area of society and of healthcare, is making sure that we're getting the right diagnostic services in place, which is in Hampton Knight within Medigold is obviously the place that should sit. I hope that if some of the people that have taken a while to feel part of the Medigold Health Group within Hampton Knight, and that's natural and normal, I understand it, now really feel part of the overall group. And I hope the future really just sees us being one united team, doing the right thing together, rowing in the right direction, and all being on the same page to grow what is a brilliant brand within an equally brilliant brand ever more in the future.